Sometimes we hear a criticism of President Biden that he seems to care more about Ukraine's borders than America's borders. I think that's a fair criticism of President Biden. But it sounds like you believe that it's the case that you can care about America's borders and protect our borders while also help other countries protect their borders too. Is that right?
That is correct, Senator.
Or recently, since the terrible train wreck in East Palestine, Ohio, and President Biden's trip to Kyiv last week, I've heard some say that the president will go to Kyiv, but he won't go to East Palestine. I agree, that's a fair criticism of President Biden. It sounds to me like you think it's possible to both go to East Palestine and support the people there who've been harmed by this train wreck, but also travel to Kyiv and show our support for the Ukrainian people in their fight against this war of aggression from Russia. Is that right?
My experience is that Air Force One can about go anywhere it wants to go.
Thank you for that. Now, in negotiations, we also hear a lot of criticism that we're not doing enough to have a negotiated end to this conflict, that we need to get negotiations underway. I think one of your key points in terms of supporting Ukraine now, backing them to the hilt as quick as we can, not for as long as it takes, is that the only way to get a negotiated settlement is to convince Vladimir Putin he has more to lose on the battlefield than he does at the negotiating table. Is that right?
That's correct, Senator. And what you need to push pressure on him, if he loses his army, he loses. And that's what you put him at risk of.